Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel yet again. So I hope you have noticed that I haven't been posting videos since the last 2 weeks as I was on vacation with my friends, and that is the reason I was not posting. But now I'm back yet again and I'll be sharing and posting new videos with new teams in the new cups as well. That's for the GBL season of 11. For this video I've got a team with hisuianelectrode showcase in the Hisuian Cup, and for Hisuian Cup it is basically a updated version of a Sinnoh Cup, which is of the same meta but just adding a few more Pokemons to it. That's the hisuianelectrode along with Hisuian Sneasler, Sneasel, over Quillfish, then Overquill, and maybe Growlithe as well. So but it is basically the meta comprising of the Sinnoh Cup Pokemons as well, including Bastiodon, Empoleon, Toxicroak, Froslass, Magnezone, and etc. So for this team, I've got a lead with hisuianelectrode, which is going to be a grass electric typing that takes neutral from ground over here, which is really nice. But since with the addition of grass type, it is getting vulnerable to ice, poison, and flying as well. So for the coverage, Empoleon comes into the picture, that is able to handle ice, flying, poison, everything because of its partial steel or water typing. And this team is also acting as a kind of ABB team style to lure out a potential fighter, or maybe a Toxicroak, or maybe a Lucario, which does not which my Bastiodon does not want to face in the backline. So that is the team comp, and that is the thought process that I had while making this team over here. But this team is not that good because hisuianelectrode is kind of classy as well. But I cannot. This is the best I did to get the coverage over here for hisuianelectrode with Bastiodon and Empoleon over here. But this team worked out really well for me because in my hero range I could get some wins with it. For me, when I played with this team, I got a 3-2 in the first set and a 4-1 in the second set. So I'll be sharing the 4-1 set that I got with this team. And without further more delay into the introduction, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed with hisuianelectrode. And now hopping into the first battle and picking up a tough lead against Froslass. So for Froslass, I'll be immediately safe swapping into my Empoleon over here, and I bail out a Bronzong over here. So for Bronzong, I do have a great matchup, but I have to watch out for the hard-hitting move of Payback. So I'll be going for the first Hydro Cannon over here, which gets the first shield over here from my opponent's end, and I'll be trying to sneak in one Waterfall, which I think I did over here. So this might be enough for a Payback, so I'll be putting out the first shield, but it ends up being a Psychic, which I'm happy with, because now from this kind of range I can get to back-to-back Hydro Cannons and maybe force the final shield and eventually get this switch advantage as well, which is really nice for me because now I can align my Bastiodon with the Froslass, which is really a great matchup. And now from this kind of range they have to throw onto this Empoleon because it cannot farm me down with the resisted Powder Snows over here, to which now they will be going for the Avalanche and they can easily get the hard farm, which I am happy with because as you guys can see, this Waterfall did so much chunk damage onto this Froslass as well. And now I'll be coming in with my Bastiodon, which can easily tank anything from this Froslass over here, and it's going to do the Shadow Ball, and it does not do enough. So now let's see what they have into their backline. They have their own mirror Bastiodon over here, but since I'm having a shield advantage and a bit of energy lead as well, so it is going to be a comfortable matchup. And I do have my hisuianelectrode in the backline with full health as well. So this is looking to be a great game, but since I have to keep playing this matchup because opponent is not quitting it, which I am happy with, because now I'll be going for the next Flamethrower. And this is kind of a boring matchup because Bastiodon is so tanky that neither Flamethrower nor this Smackdown and Stone Edge does add up over here. But now I'll be now safe swapping in, like I'll be swapping back into my own hisuianelectrode, and I'll be going for the wild charge after loading a bit of extra energy. So now this is going to be the flamethrower, which is super effective, and I have to shield. So from this kind of range, I have to shield once, and now I'll be going for the back-to-back wild charge over here, which will be enough to get the knockout. And since my opponent is like out of shields, they let it go and they does not have an option, and I get the win for the first battle over here. So really great game. GG's. Moving into the next matchup, I pick up yet again a lead of Froslass, and I'll be safe swapping into my Empoleon over here. And I met a Toxicroak, which I levered out perfectly, because now this is going to be the exact same strategy which I used, because I want to lure out this Toxicroak or this Lucario that is a really great like tough option for my Bastiodon to handle. So now I'll be waiting out the switch clock, and I'll be going to come back with my hisuianelectrode once again. And this is going to be the first, might be a sludge bomb, but this ends up being a mud bomb. So I will be letting the next mud bomb go through. This is no with this can't be a sludge bomb. So I will be letting the next mud bomb go through, which is neutral because of my partial grass and electric typings, to which now I'll be going for the next wild charge. So wild charge from this kind of range will be easily getting a knockout for this Toxicroak, and I'll be quickly safe swapping again into my own Bastiodon once again. So now I met their own Bastiodon once again in this next matchup. So this is kind of a similar team up. So but now I'm in a tough situation because I am down a bit of health, and we are like in an even shield scenario. So this is not great for me, because now I have to go for the next flamethrowers, back-to-back flamethrowers. But I don't think I am in a really good situation, because it's like I cannot handle this Froslass with my electrode as well, and the Bastiodon with my electrode as well. So this I think this looks to be a wrapped up game, but since they switched out a bit late, I will be swapping into my electrode once again to go for the next wild charge, but they hold on to the energy. So this was the win con, which I was suspecting that they would have thrown on CMP tie, but they did not. To which now I'll be shielding up the next Shadow Ball over here and going for the Heart Farm. So this will not be enough to get the get me knocked out, but it will really put me in very low of health, which they can easily come back with their Bastiodon and get my Bastiodon down with Smackdown over here, because I am solo. But since I'm like having so much energy, I'll be still trying to get to 2 back-to-back flamethrowers, but eventually I would be able to do so, because those Smackdowns will be enough to take me out and eventually getting the lose for the second battle over here. Moving into the next matchup, I pick up a lead of Toxicroak, which is really great for me, because I want to see this Toxicroak in the lead with my electrode over here. To which now I'll be going to let the next first mud bomb go through, and I'll be going for the back-to-back wild charges. So I want them to drop both of the shields on this wild charge or get me switch, which I'm happy with, because now since I got the first shield, I'll be going for the back-to-back wild charge once again, and I get the final shield from my opponent's end as well. To which now I'll be keeping my electrode for a potential sack in the end game, and I'll be quickly swapping back into my own Empoleon. So for Empoleon, I'll be shielding up the first mud bomb, and since I do reach to 1 hydro cannon once, now I'll be going for the hydro cannon, because I don't want to get extra damage from these counters. To which now they come back with their Gallade, which is not really great option for me, because now they'll be going for the leaf blade over here, which I have to shield up. And now let's see what they have onto their backline. So they have their own Drifblim over here, which my Bastiodon can easily handle, but since my switch clock was not back up, I had to go for the hydro cannon, to which I think they can easily get the farm down. But since I was getting to the next hydro cannon, they threw over here. So beg your pardon, this was a Froslass and not a Drifblim, to which now I'll be coming back with my Bastiodon to get a bit of extra farm over here. To which now they will be coming back with their own Gallade over here, and this is scary because I tried to catch the close combat on my hisuianelectrode, but I failed miserably. And let's see if I can survive the close combat, which I do eventually, and their defense is dropped by 2 stages. So that guarantees the knockout for this Gallade over here with this Stone Edge, and getting the win for the third battle over here after a very close game. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Moving into the next matchup, and I pick up a yet again bad lead once again, and this is the matchup I try to play out differently. So I'll be trying to catch Avalanche onto my Empoleon, which I do perfectly. So that is how the Empoleon is now Trion Energy, and they will be going for the Heart Farm. Like not Heart Farm, but they will be going on they'll be going for the next Shadow Ball over here, which I do eventually shield up. And from this kind of range, I am happy to give up 2 shields and getting a very huge amount of loaded energy onto my Empoleon. So this is going to be the next Shadow Ball, which I shield up, and I have got almost 2 Hydro Cannons loaded back to back. So I'll be eventually getting the shields back from my opponent as they comes back with the Drifblim over here. So for Drifblim, it does not want to face this Hydro Cannon, which is not debuffed as well because they haven't thrown a single ice event. So I will be getting back both the shields from my opponent's end, and now from this kind of range, I will be able to get to the next Hydro Cannon as well before they can go for the Shadow Ball end time, which is really nice for me because now from this kind of range I'm able to put that Drifblim really low, and I sneak in 1 waterfall as well. So this might be a icy wind which will not be able to get the knockout for me as well, and they get the knockout because I snuck in the waterfall over here. And the final Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Drifblim, and for it I do have access to my own Bastiodon to handle it. To which now they will be going for the back-to-back crunches, but my Bastiodon is a rank 1 Bastiodon which is fully excelled, and it can take crunches for days over here. So they will be going for the next crunch, which does not even put me in the half of my health, and I'll be going for the next Stone Edge over here. Stone Edge does ensure the knockout for this Drapion and eventually get the win for the 4th battle for me in this set as well, and a really great game from my opponents, and GG's. Moving into the next matchup, and I finally pick up a good lead against Drifblim, and they comes back with their own Gastrodon over here. So Gastrodon is not a counter to my hisuianelectrode because I am part grass as well. I'll be going for the straight energy ball. So I get the matchup in event shields, but since they let the energy ball go through, it does so much damage and super active damage in this case. And now I'll be going for the next wild charge because they came back with their own Bastiodon. So that Drifblim does not have anywhere to go with this team because hisuianelectrode, Empoleon and Bastiodon have such a great dominant matchup against Drifblim as well. To which now I'll be going back into my Empoleon over here. I'll be going for the back-to-back Hydro Cannons over here. So Hydro Cannons, I believe, will be getting the first shield from my opponent's end, and I'll be going for the back-to-back. So I'm not sure if this is going to get the final shield, but since this is their last Pokemon or the healthiest Pokemon, so this is going to get the final shield from my opponent's end as well. To which now I'm able to get to 1 more Hydro Cannon, which is really nice for me, and I think this will be enough to get the Drifblim really low, and eventually I get the knockout with the waterfall. To which now they comes back with a very low Bastiodon, but now since I do have a healthy hisuianelectrode, I'll be coming back with it and getting the damage with Thunder Shock and eventually get the knockout for it. So that will be all for this video and this set, and I had a ton of fun using this hisuianelectrode in the Hisuian Cup. And if you're liking the content onto this channel, do like, share and subscribe to it, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.